Hey lads, this is day 172 of my series to get to 2K on chess.com. And I just turned on the chess.com app today and I got a message from someone from Ruben Kostov. For the great content you make for us, you are the GOAT. Don't know about that. But hey, thanks. This is the second award somebody's given me on chess.com. The first one was a "You're cool. What more can I say? You're just so cool" from Swiss Alien. Thanks, lads. Let's jump into a game. We are at 1709. We're playing someone from France. A 1706. Titu. Sounds like a very French name. Titu. And yeah, let's see how we can do against him. This is a jobava London, as per usual. The pawn's coming up here. This is a wow. Why can I not remember the name of these openings? This is the most typical opening ever. Let's put the pawn here and maybe go for this if he brings the bishop out. Yes, he does. So we'll go for this. This is a pawn storm that we are attempting here. We'll go here and we'll trade off the bishops. If he doesn't want to trade, I will take that bishop. And then his pawn here is in a terrible position. Yeah, a lot of the time they do this. The knight here is going to jump to defend. And defends this as well if the bishop ever comes here. Now if he does come here, we'll pin it. Or I'm sorry, not pin. We'll push it away. And if he comes here, we'll allow this trade because it lets our knight get developed. Okay, what are we doing here? Do we take? There's always a question in this position. I feel like I've gotten to this position so many times. What about this move? We could come here and we could flick in a move here. If we come here, he could just take though. But then that lets our rook develop. It looks pretty fun. If we come here and he defends this pawn, can we take? He recaptures. Maybe we attack like this. All a bit funky, I don't know. We could also go for this plan. Here, here, here. Let's try this. And then maybe he pushes here, we just drop back. Don't think this is that bad for us. Yeah, let's try this. Because our rooks can both get super developed on this side of the board. It's either go for this or go for this. And this plan seems a bit more concrete. Oh, he took. So take. Wait, take, take with check, capture, check. Interesting. I like this, but then he has this here, here, here. We're fine. I think we'll go for this. Do we come here or do we come here? That's the question. I think we have to come here because we want to be on this diagonal for the attack, I think. This looks the most logical. And now we can open the position here. Rook comes. Or do we push? Pushing seems kind of fun. And he's not going to take. Yeah, here he pushes. I also have this move. Takes here though. I think maybe going here looks good. Yeah, let's do this. And we'll recapture here with the knight if he wants to make this capture. We'll see. I'm feeling pretty comfortable right now, but we could get into a bit of trouble if he does anything here. Okay, so capture. He's going after this pawn now. So we can defend it here or here. This one looks the most sensible. We can't move it because he wins a rook. And we don't want him to take it because that forks our pieces. We could pull our rook back. So what are our two options? Rook back or knight here? I would love to put the knight here, but then he just goes here, check. We move the king. Then he can move his... How would his queen defend his knight? Here? See, this looks actually kind of good for me. Here, it's like an in-between move. Checks my king. I move my king over. And his queen's still in danger. So he can't take my rook and he can't take my knight because his queen. Maybe his queen comes here and attacks my knight. And then we win the bishop. He wins the knight. And he's up a pawn. Not great. What about this move? Here, he takes. And then here, hitting this and defending this. Oh, this looks kind of crazy. Tick. He goes here to defend his bishop. Check. Whatever way he goes, the queen comes in for another check. What about here, here, here? If he comes here. Yeah, I probably shouldn't. Let's just use our time. I'm gonna go for this. Oh dear. There could have been some ideas here. I'm not entirely sure. Now I'm kind of wishing I went for it. He's looking at this square, so let's go here and just trade off the queens. A little low on time, but we should be okay. He's got to move his knight. He didn't move his knight. And I think we win a pawn here. Did we win a pawn there? No, we don't. Okay, we're completely even. Okay. Maybe go here and go after this pawn. Looks very clear sort of plan. Okay. I think his position's probably a little better than mine. But we do have a passed pawn. So let's push it. Pushes, we just take. Maybe we should have looked at something else, but yeah, I think his pawns are better than mine are. I really should have looked at that other line. That could have been really fun. Okay, we want to get a knight here, so let's try to do that. And then it can come in here and do some work. Maybe our knight can be really strong here, I don't know. This is defending this square. You can hear the motorbikes outside. Sometimes there's just a big motorbike gang that just drives out in the middle of the country. Well, this one actually forks two pieces. Let's go for this. No, wait here. He can just capture. Uh-oh. Well, this one forks two. So maybe we go for this, or do we get our king out of this pin? Yeah, let's go for this. Go for these. I think his position is winning. This isn't super clear how to hold this all together. I will grab this. And his bishop is on a dark square, so if I can just keep my pawns on light squares, they're not going to be nabbed. He can grab this one at the moment. And if I want to nab this pawn, I'm going to have to use my knight. If I can get my knight here and attack his bishop, I can never take it with the rook, which is frustrating. I want to move my king here anyway, but coming here, he's got the rook move, so maybe just block this way. And sets up this, potentially. Get out of the pin. Threatening this and this. This is not easy. Have to go this. If I go here, he doesn't have this yet. But here, here, and then here, and I'm done. So I think we have to go back this way. We're in trouble. This is not looking good. Just hold this square. I should have thrown the check in. If I threw the check in first, I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. He's definitely winning this one. There's a checkmate incoming. I can feel it. He's got the promotion square. I can block, but then here, and he promotes. Yeah, that's game. I should have gone for that attack earlier. It just looked really fun. You can just go here and promote. Oh dear. Not the cleanest. GG. Well played to my opponent. 85.7 for my opponent. Very high level. And I played at a 76. Yeah, he played this very well. Okay, let's just see here, because we were completely winning at the start. So I just wanted to check this point in the game. I was actually up 3.3 points of material. And here we were trying to decide, should we take this knight, then he takes my knight, and then we win the pawn back, or should I take with my queen, which is ultimately what we decided to do. The best move here is to make a bigger threat. So if I had moved my knight here, I'm threatening to move my knight to c7, attack his king and his rook, but all the while I'm still attacking this knight. So if he responds to this, he could go rook c8. Then we just win his knight. So we're doing very well here. If he decides to put his pawn here, which seems pretty good, then we can take his knight. He takes our bishop. We take a pawn. He takes a pawn. And then we win a pawn here. And the position just looks really solid for us. His king's in the open. This pawn is hanging. This pawn is attacked 3 times, so he's not going to be able to defend it. It's only defended once. So the position just looks like it's gonna work out for us. Pity I couldn't spot all this in the game. That was our chance to win. I was wondering about this whole idea here of going here. So take, and then take, and we're hitting this. So queen can go to c6, it says. And then do we have anything here? Check. King goes f8. But like, let's say the king goes here. I mean, he probably isn't, is he? I think either way, wherever he goes, we're probably just taking this. And then his rook comes in. And we just don't have anything quite. This was the sort of thing I was trying to look at and see. It just sort of depended where his queen went. But like if his queen like mistakenly went here, I think we're doing better. Yeah, it says I'm actually winning if he goes here to defend his bishop. Because then we have this move, which I always need to remember to look at. But aside from that, like what if he go, no, here he can't go here, but where else? Here, he would just get taken. Where else could he go? He could go here to defend the bishop. And then we have again b4, b6, and then knight takes. Oh no, this is a move apparently. Wow, because there's a discovered attack. So we check here, and if he takes here, we win the queen. If he takes here, we win the queen. If he moves his king up, we don't win the queen, but we take it regardless. Take, and then d1, and we have 2 attackers on this knight. So wherever the king goes, then we win the knight. Could have got very interesting, but I mean, that's just depending on whether or not he blunders, and you can't do calculations like that. You gotta look for their best move, and his best move was here, and it wasn't working. So I'm glad I didn't go for this idea, but yeah, what I went for instead was not so good. The win was earlier. The win was back here. Ah, well, you can't win them all. Hope you guys enjoyed that game. I enjoyed that game, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully we can get a few wins this week. We're at 1701, and yeah, see you guys tomorrow.